So now we're ready to start the actual application process. So what we want to do is scroll down to the bottom and answer the questions here. So basically, if you are the person who is applying for the retrofit application, you want to click yes here. If you're an applicant representative completing the application on behalf of a building owner or someone else, you need to click no. But let's, for this case, assume that we are the building owner or lessee. Will we be assigning an applicant representative? Let's say no. Click next. Once you've done that, the system will go over your applicant details. It will also ask you if you've received any third-party funding. Most of the time the answer to this is no, unless you've already received money from another agency for this retrofit. Click next. Now it's going to ask you for the facility details. So here's where you're going to enter all the information that is pertaining to the property where you're going to either be putting in the new lighting or the rooftop unit or the VFDs or the pumps or whatever it is that you will be putting in. Let's call it Building 1 for the purpose of the test. I'll use the address of Hydro Ottawa. Notice here it's 3025 Albion. We don't put in the road, street, drive, crescent in that first line. We come down here to street type and select it here. Okay, and remember, we only need to fill out fields where there is a green asterisk. Anywhere else we can leave blank and the application will proceed. HSG registration, it does require this field in order to continue. However, if you do not have it, you can just type in 123 123 123. That just lets us know that it wasn't available when you started your application, and that is fine. We can still process the application without that HST registration number. Here's where you'd enter your first 10 digits of your hydro bill. Again, it's not a mandatory field. If you do have it though, please enter it. If not, you can leave this one blank. Here it would ask you if you're the owner or the tenant. Let's say for this case, I'm the owner. Now it's going to ask us what kind of a facility that we're applying for. So let's say that we're applying for a small retail location. As you can see, there's a lot of different facilities available here. If for whatever reason none of these choices meet your building, you can always select other. So approximate year building was built. Again, this is approximate, so you can assume we're in, let's say 1950 for this case here. Approximate square footage of your business, let's say in this case it's 1,500 square feet. There's one floor. My existing cooling system, I'm going to say it's a rooftop unit. My existing heating, I'm going to say again, it comes from the rooftop unit. Although, of course, that could be anything. It could be a boiler or furnace. It could be electric baseboard heating. You just put in whatever heating and cooling system you have in your facility. Project start date, again, estimated. So always make sure that it's the day of or after the day that you're making your application. So in this case, it's November the 3rd. So any day today and going forward can be our start date. Let's put the 4th. And let's put our completion date for, let's say, February 27th. If you had any other comments you wanted the LDC to know about, you could write them in here. Again, this is not a mandatory field, but you are free to write in something here if you want us to know something. Click Next.